Don't be the person that's heavy with getting money only to spend money to make somebody. How much of your money do you own? And this is going to bring me straight into my wise word from the OG. The independence of wealth is about owning as much of your money and your time as possible. For me, the true wealth is owning my 24 hours. Being able to navigate and move through life the way that I want to. The independence of wealth. I ain't succumbing to nobody else's vision for my life. I ain't transcribing nobody else what they got. I ain't doing none of that. I'm not buying into nobody else's version of my life but mine. And mine is about being independently wealthy. Mine is about taking the diligent hands to build wealth. Mine is about renewing my mind. Mine is about living in abundance. Mine is about walking in accordance. Mine is about having the coat and the covering. We're going to go back to that. We're going to go back to that. How much of your money do you own, fam? It's Independence Day. It's the 4th of July. But we are celebrating, outside of my birthday, we are celebrating the America that don't really care about us like that. And every time they show us, we keep worrying about what's fair. Listen, newsflash, you do not get what's fair in America. It don't exist. You don't get what's fair. So what is the mission? What is the values? What is the moral? What is the things that you put in place? How do you change your life? Where is the wherewithal? You got to show some discipline. You can't fast for 3 days. America got you in a chokehold. Everything America subscribes to, everything America put out there, you buying into it. You ain't independently thinking. Every time somebody says something that contradicts what you believe in, or somebody says something that collides with what you believe in, you think they're crazy. Well, could it be an issue that you the one that crazy? How long have you been doing what you doing and you ain't seen no difference? You ain't seen no result change. You ain't seen no pivot. You ain't seen no shift. I want you to look at yourself right now in 2023. Before the pandemic, did the pandemic really put you in a bind, or was you in a bind before the pandemic? Because I'm going to be real, a lot of people going to blame it on the pandemic, but you was doing bad before the pandemic. Now, I ain't here to criticize nobody. But what I'm saying is, from the pandemic to now, ain't nothing changed in your life. Financially, ain't nothing changed. Every time you get started on a business, the business don't go right, you shut the business down. You keep coming up with a new business. Every time you get around your friends, you trying to do what your friends trying to do. That's their coat. That's their coat. What's your favor look like? I'm going to be real with you, too. The favor ain't the car. The favor ain't the house. That ain't the favor, fam. The favor ain't the clothes. That ain't the favor. The favor ain't even financially. What is the purpose you walking in? What is the mission you walking in? You got to lust for things. You got to lust for objects. How do you change your family? How do you shift your family? What is the message that's been downloaded in you? You have a birthright to live in abundance, but until you understand that, until your belief system matches your heart, until your belief systems get indoctrinated in you, until you stop doubting yourself, like a dog chasing his tail, going nowhere fast. You can't get the results because you ain't putting in the work. You ain't willing to sacrifice. You ain't willing to go without. Like, we the only one do a live show with this much production. Like, we bar none, we just different. We not in competition with nobody.
To see somebody that looks like us talk about stocks, because I had never seen that before.
You know, we buy during the drought, and in recession is the best time to buy.
I feel a whole
someone who gives me raw and uncut information.
I know how to break down a company. I know how to invest.
Being a more confident investor.
That Wall Street does look like us, no cliche.
I would no longer fertilize my fears.
That financial trauma has to be broken. We gotta understand that we are more than consumers.
One share at a time can change your life, change your life.
What we doing? What we doing?
We're printing money, baby.
I think over the last couple years, just being in America has made everyone realize that there's no such thing as job security.
It's time to take accountability. It's time to be responsible. It's time to make the sacrifices. It's time to put in the work, because this time it done got worse. Because this time ain't no saving you.
Wall Street looks like everything on Denver, man. Stop playing.
Every time you trying to get some information, you going off based off what you know. I can't give you nothing if your cup already full. Your cup already full. You know what happens when a cup full, everything that go on the side is waste. Because you ain't about to use it as abundance. Because your cup full, you ain't looking at it as abundance. What you doing is you taking it, you throwing the whole thing away. It's waste. You ain't. So my knowledge and your confusion don't go together. My knowledge, my information, my wisdom, it don't coincide with what you got going on. I read something the other day that said, being naive is not knowing. Being ignorant is having the tools but not understanding how to use them. I want you to ask yourself, which one are you? And I'm not saying it in a bad way, because we can have, if I got a hammer and I don't know how to use it, then I'm not privy to the benefits of the hammer. That's a difference between not being exposed to something and not knowing at all. But here's what I need you to do. Stupidity is when you know how to use something and then you choose to do otherwise. I don't think nobody is stupid. I think we just don't have the information, and then when we get it, because we haven't had a trusted source that can actually show us how to use it, now we standing here with a hammer and we trying to use it as a screwdriver. So the goal with Trappin Tuesdays is to enlighten us. It's to empower us. It's to encourage us. But most importantly, it's to help us build legacy. And I promise a tribe of us that moves in unison, that had the same belief system, that understand what's possible, that understand we are capable, that understand that we are the first generation millionaires. We are the financial revolutionaries. We are the architects of our last name. We are certified Wall Street trappers, because Wall Street looks like us now.